50-year-old man stabs a dude in a bodega to death. Was it self-defense? And is there another lesson we might be learning? Welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. Jose Alba, 51-year-old dude, works at a bodega. Working at the bodega one day, customer comes in, woman. She has her 10-year-old daughter with her. Daughter goes to get something. Mother tries to pay with an EBT card. It's declined. Since it's declined, he says, hey, you can't get that. He takes the chips back from the daughter. Sorry, your card didn't clear. You gotta, I can't let you have this. The mother goes outside, tells her boyfriend, who then comes back inside the store. He's pissed. Instead of just yelling at the dude or paying for the chips, what he does is goes behind the counter, pushes the dude down, and stands over him. Now, some people may say he's just standing over him and he's just talking to him. If somebody is standing over me in the manner in which that dude is standing over him, there's not going to be any questions. I'm not going to let you square up with no reaction. But that's me. I've been in New York, born and raised in the Bronx. So there's certain things, spent time in the feds, certain things I realized, okay, there's no more talk. The old guy gets up and tries to slide past the dude that's yelling at him. Dude grabs the old guy. From what they say, he's trying to steer him out from behind the counter. The old dude grabs a knife, a kitchen knife. It's a pretty substantial kitchen knife, and stabs him several times, including once in the neck. If you've seen that, I'm going to play some of the video. I'm not going to play the part of the stabbing. It's all over the place. I'll probably leave a link in the Twitter description, in my comment section, where if you want to check out the link, it's graphic. You see the stabbing happen, and stabs him a couple of times in the body, in the neck. The guy that got stabbed dies. The bodega worker is arrested and charged, sent to Rikers, is given a $250,000 bail. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are saying, hey, this is crazy. That was self-defense. This guy came and attacked him behind the counter. I did a story not too long ago, and I talked about being aware of what the law allows in terms of defense. New York is one of the worst states in terms of defending yourself, especially with a weapon. So while you may be allowed by law to defend yourself, if the other person is not armed, you're not allowed to use deadly force. You're not allowed to use a weapon. If you use a weapon, then you can and will be charged. Then you can be charged. In this case, he is being charged. I get it. From the way the law is written, it is what it is. From the way the law is written, it is what it is. But here's the point. I've also talked about the cats in Jersey that were with Lil TJ, armed, protecting themselves and their friend, and they're being charged. And I liked the way Sonny Johnson put it. She talked about, wait, do you think this is the first person who's defending himself but being charged? How many young brothers in the hood are being charged for crimes when they were defending themselves? But you've got these progressive blue states and cities like New York City, where they claim to care, but at the same time, like, no, we're not supposed to be allowed to defend ourselves. There's like no distinction. It's like, oh, violent altercation, whoever's alive is getting charged. That's it. If both people are alive, okay, we'll just lock everybody up. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we've been dealing with. And it's a problem. But there's a segment of the population that seems to only care about this because of what the victim looked like and the fact that the defendant, the bodega worker, what he looked like. That's the only reason why there appears to be certain segment of the population that even cares about this issue, that even is saying, oh, this is an outrage. Because there's plenty of cases in the hood where some young brother lays somebody down because he had to protect himself, his girl, his family, because he's being a protector. But the law doesn't look at it like that. Not only does the law not look at it like that, but society just considers him a criminal, a thug. Like, we don't get the benefit of the doubt of needing to defend ourselves and being capable of defending ourselves. My point is this. hey, you don't like the law, change the law. Because it does seem kind of ridiculous that you have to wait for a certain amount of violence to be occurring to you to be able to defend yourself against an aggressor. Like, to a point, it doesn't make sense. In fact, like I said, there's at least one other lesson. So before we get to the lesson that I want to talk about just putting your hands on people. If you're not going to do something, don't put your hands on people. Leave people alone. You have a mouth, use it. If you don't like something somebody did, learn to discuss it. Learn to use words to address the issue. If it becomes necessary to go further, okay, go further. If that's what you think is necessary, but just know you're not the only person that can escalate situations. So don't think that you're just going to put your hands on somebody, square up on them, like have him sitting down beneath you, and he's just going to sit there and not do anything. I mean, you could think that, but when it goes horribly wrong, who's to blame? But the point I really want to talk about, it is important the type of woman you choose to deal with. A lot of times dudes worry about whether or not a chick is going to cheat on them or whether or not she's going to have other dudes. And guess what? There's bigger things to worry about than that. Like if you're dealing with a woman who's drama prone, who lacks the ability, I said like not putting your hands on people, who doesn't understand certain concepts and who encourages certain behavior, it's the kind of woman you don't want to be dealing with. Like if you're going to be dealing with a woman that's going to be getting in drama and wanting you to get involved in drama, you have to ask yourself whether or not that woman is right for you. You have to ask yourself whether or not that woman really cares about you. Because let's say you're the baddest dude on the block. Ain't nobody can touch you. Okay, cool. And your woman wants to see you knock dudes out, beat them up, put the pressure on. She wants to see that because it excites her. Okay, cool. You may say, so she's not putting me in harm's way. If she's putting you in situations where you have to be aggressive against people, where you're assaulting people, where you're harming people, yeah, there's still going to be consequences. Because even if you win the fight, you're still subject to criminal charges. You're still subject to criminal actions. And tell me this, while you're sitting in Rikers or upstate, is your girl still just going to be waiting for you to come home? Or is she going to be moved on to the next dude, trying to amp him up to do stupid stuff so that she can get her rocks off? You see, dudes, don't let ratchet woman get you in a world of hurt. Either way, whether you win the fight or not. Because a ratchet female could get you to jump out the window, get yourself hurt or killed, or she could put you in situations where you hurt or kill somebody else, and then you get locked up. Then where is she? Then where is she and where are you? And then you have to ask yourself, was it worth it? She done forgot about you. And now you're sitting in the jail cell, hoping somebody comes up to visit you, trying to get your she stopped picking up the phone, trying to get your boys to put money on your books. Everybody forgotten about you, and you're sitting in the jail cell, being told what to do, being punked daily by the COs. Was it worth it? Several lessons here. There are several lessons here. That's why we have to be smart all around. Be smart in the actions we engage in, how we handle conflict. Be careful who we deal with. Because if I know how to handle conflict, I'm not going to unnecessarily initiate violence. I'm not going to do that because I know where it can go. I know where I am prepared to take it. I have to assume that the person I'm dealing with is also prepared to take it there, and I'm going to get there first. So to avoid that, I try to resolve conflict through non-violent means. Because if it gets to a certain point, there's no reason for me to believe that we're going to do one of these 1920s, put your dukes up and fight like gentlemen. I have no reason to believe that that's what's going to happen. I've been plenty of places where I've seen that's not how things go. Plenty of places dealt with plenty of people where that's not how they operate. Plenty of dudes who, once they lose, they're coming back with something. Or once they start losing, their boys is getting involved. Be smart in how you handle conflict and be smart in who you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with somebody that wants to put a battery in your back and send you on suicide missions, yeah, that person may be toxic, but you're the jackass that's with them. As always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.